Welcome to the September Market Thoughts video. My name is Maria Considine King, and I'm joined by Brad McMillan, Chief Investment Officer at Commonwealth Financial Network. Brad, August seemed to be a quiet month for the markets. Was that perception real or not, and can we expect it to continue?
Well, it certainly was a quiet month for the markets. The U.S. markets continued to chug upwards, a little bit of a decline at the end, but nonetheless finished with a solid gain. You have a situation where the VIX, which is commonly called the fear index, is at very, very low levels. So I think that's a fair statement. The question, though, is should the markets be as calm as they are? And there I really don't think that's the case. There are a number of things cooking out there that could give us some nasty shocks going forward.
Politics has taken center stage with the Republican convention and the naming of Paul Ryan as the vice presidential nominee. What effect should we expect politics to have on the markets in the coming months?
The real effect you're seeing, and you're seeing it right now, but it will get worse over the next couple of months, is you're seeing the effect of uncertainty. You're seeing businesses delay decisions because what you have are two very, very different outcomes going forward depending on what the government looks like after the elections. And businesses, not knowing exactly what's going to happen, are deferring decisions. That's leading to delays in increasing employment, in capital investments. It's having a very negative effect on the economic growth overall. In terms of immediate effects, I think the uncertainty is the big one. There are no apparent immediate political downsides that we have right now. What's pending, though, is the fiscal cliff, which ties in very closely with the election. And that, again, could have a big impact several months from now.
There's the perception that Europe is in the process of solving its problems. Is that perception real or not?
Well, again, you have the perception there, particularly because the head of the ECB, Mario Draghi, announced at the start of last month saying, hey, we're going to do whatever it takes. And he was later forced to clarify that, well, no, actually we aren't. But nonetheless, the perception in Europe is that things are good. And the reason that is held is there's been no single event in August that's refocused the public perception. We're going to start to get those events. We have at least 3 events in the next week or two that are really going to start to make things happen. We've got the ECB meeting, and they are widely expected to announce they're going to do something about the sovereign bond problem. It's a very open question whether in fact they will, and if they don't, look out below. You also have Dutch elections, and you also have the German Constitutional Court ruling. Both of those, for different reasons, can put into question how effective the European institutions are going to be able to address the problems. So again, either of those could be very significant issues. It's been calm for the past month. It's not going to be calm this month.
How is the U.S. economy doing, and can we expect the recovery to continue?
The U.S. economy is doing surprisingly well. We have a situation where employment continues to grow, not as quickly as we would like, but it does continue to grow. Production actually continues to inch up. We're looking at a situation where growth is ticking along in the 1% to 2% range. I think it would be doing better if it wasn't for the uncertainty due to the political process. And at some point when that uncertainty starts to go away, we will see stronger growth. However, right now we're not, but that's not a bad place to be given all of the uncertainty and given all of the risks floating around out there.
What are the downside risks that you see to the recovery?
Well, we talked about the fiscal cliff. I think that's a big one. If Congress does not get its act together, we have a real problem here in the U.S. Europe needs to get its act together. That, for various reasons, is looking, I wouldn't say problematic, but they've got a lot of work to do. And the military risks in a couple areas of the world, the Persian Gulf, of course, but also in the East and South China Seas, are areas that are, I think, underappreciated as risks going forward. There's significant downside risk. We've got to watch out for what's going on in a number of areas, and hopefully we'll do fine.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you, Maria.
And thank you. Please join us next month for the Market Thoughts video.